Mm-mm.
No. Oh, I hear my voice though.
Yeah, I hear you too. It's no echo.
Oh yeah, Tamika.
It's good.
Tamika, we can hear it. We're good. Oh, of course. You know what? Oh, there. Okay. I'm already knowing. And if this thing don't stop. Okay, I don't know what that is. Good morning.
Good
this is
morning.
this is what we do. I mean, I've just started to accept it.
Yeah,
I think that we're gonna just
this is our normal routine.
this is our normal routine. So I want to say good morning, and
Good
then we'll
morning.
start laughing at ourselves. But thank you for waking up with us, and you're listening to WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show. And where are we at? Tuesday. Okay.
We're Tuesday.
Okay.
Transformation Tuesday.
Ch- okay. There it is. I mean, she's going to come up with the days because it's going to help me. So, Transformation Tuesday. I like that because we need to transform
Yes, we do. For the better.
for the better. I mean, please. No matter what you're going through, for the better. Just when you realize you're in that place and you go, wait a minute, I got to do better. I heard on the radio, and I'm going to paraphrase, and it has something to do with your Transformation Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm going to have to paraphrase because the way the man said it on the radio, I thought if I could say it as eloquent as he did,
Right.
because it brought me to a really nice and peaceful place. And I've said it for weeks that I would start off with, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice regardless of what the day brings and be glad in it. I
Yes.
would always say this. And this man said on the radio, he said, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. And he said, I will rejoice and be glad in it. He said, because it's a gift.
It
It's a
is.
gift
It
from
really
God.
is.
And he says, and so we choose to do what we want with that gift and with that day. He said, and I choose to rejoice because we have choices. And so, therefore, I'm going to choose to be happy. I'm going to choose to be kind. I'm going to choose to, I understand I got some problems and issues, but I'm going to choose to handle it this way.
Yes. I
You
want to be
know,
happy today.
I want to be happy today. And I know not every day is going to be a happy day, but I'm going to choose to try to do better with myself in how I handle things, because then how you handle it or how you think it is how you're going to project it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm really uh choosing to, well, I'm sorry, I got to turn my phone off. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm going to choose to do better today, and I'm going to choose to treat people with I'm just going to try.
to treat people the way you want to be treated.
Exactly. And I don't want to be treated like I want to beat down. And I don't want to treat it like I want to get cursed out. I don't want to treat it as if I don't like, you know, I don't know. It takes a lot of energy to do that. But bottom line is, this is a gift. Every day is a gift from God.
Yes, it is.
And so we should wake up, truly wake up thanking Him for the day. But God, I still got the same problems. Yeah, but you're still here to do something about it.
Yes.
I mean, I know they just, I've said this before you joined the Knox Media family, that I do believe sometimes people think I live in a fantasy world.
Why?
Because we try to uplift and keep people, even on our sister station. I have to say, they have fun. It's like you could see that they're enjoying life, and so we try to lift spirits, and we try to enlighten, and we try to give the word of God. We play music. We laugh and talk with each other. We do a lot here, no matter what we are all going through in our personal lives, our work life, whatever we're going through, we put it to the side in how we talk to and deal with people. So we choose to rejoice. We choose to make you happy. We choose to inform you on things. And so, therefore, when I say no matter what the day brings, now if you need to go find you a corner or go outside by yourself or whatever it is you need to do,
Go to your war room.
go to your war room, and if you're at work, you find that space you need to. And then, because I want to talk to you about the loyalty of friends, if you have someone that you can release with, that's a good thing too, because you don't, we discussed this yesterday just for a minute or three, that it's not, it's rare to find a good friend or someone that will keep your confidence and be loyal to you, and just, it's really hard, because you used to remember you're a little girl and you said, that's my best friend, and you could share anything with, and
Everybody was your best friend.
everybody. Well, I truly can say, even when I was a little girl, I can remember, um, not my real young baby years, but I remember. I think I've been this way. I like a lot of people, and I love certain things about people, but to call them a best friend or to bring them into knowing all about me was few.
Even to call somebody a friend now.
Yeah. I like to call people friends, and then you get disappointed sometimes. But you know what? I don't want to say that, because I have to think about myself, because maybe I've disappointed someone as far as being a friend. And mine is, a lot of people say, I don't hear from you enough, or we don't spend time like we used to, or we don't, this and that. But never, I'm not going to betray their confidence. If there's anything out there that's deep, I don't want to, because someone a few weeks ago shared something with me, and I just thought, I just met her. And she said something to me, and I thought, I'll never repeat this. I suggested who she needs to go to about it. And, and I told her, if you hear this, it's because you said something to somebody else. But I'm not going to share it with nobody. And I just thought, I just met this woman, so if she hears this, and I told her right up front, if you hear it, it's because you've repeated it to somebody. And to this very minute, and I even asked the Lord, I said, please, if somebody trusts me, because I said this to you yesterday, it's a beautiful thing to feel like you could share a part of yourself with someone, and they're not going to expose it. I don't know. And it's not just a feeling that you can, it's just enjoying life too. It's not so much having the secrets. I don't want to say it like that, but just, it's good to have a friend you can go out to eat with, to share, our kids are growing up, or just friendship is an important thing.
It
And
is.
I mean, and sad to say, some people, well, I don't want to say it's sad to say, but to me it is, because I love my family and I value them so much. I don't care what the ups and downs are. They're my family. And so
Family is important to
it's
me.
important, but I mean there are some who put their friends above family.
Oh yes.
And and I have no problem with that because I don't know everyone's issues or stories.
Mhm.
So there's somebody. This is a gentleman, and he's dear to me. He's funny, but he said that his friends, well, the few that he has are like his family, because his family are more like not an enemy. He never used the word enemy, but he could take him or leave him, and that's all. And he's a grown man,
Mhm.
and this was all the way growing up.
Oh wow.
So whatever that is, but the Lord places people in your lives. I'm talking about like friends, that you get close to, and so He puts people in for a
A
season,
seasonal
and or
friends.
or lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Those are
Now
few.
that's rare.
That's rare. That's
Really
rare.
rare.
But I have one, and I'm thinking about it right now. That if I see her today, we just pick up right where we
Like
left off.
time stood still, and it
B-
was the
and
same
we don't
time on your
like
way.
that the time has been so far. There's far and few between when I get to see her, but when I do, it's like it's never no love lost. We're just catching up, and we're just talking, and we're eating, and we're laughing, and it's maintained that from the time we've met until now. And this girl, I mean, I knew stuff about her, and it wasn't bad, but I knew stuff about her before her family did,
Mhm.
and she loves her family. But this is a cultural thing, so she's Hispanic, so certain things she couldn't go to them.
You're right. You
She had to
can't
go
tell
to
your
me
family
first,
everything.
and then after things came out to the light, and then I would be sitting with the family, and they said, "Jenny, did you already know this?" And I'm like, "Oh God, they're gonna kill me." But she and I are tight. She's a beautiful woman, and she loves me dearly, and I love her too. And I met her doing work, so.
That's great.
But when we come back, we're gonna talk about some of the stories that's in the news. But I do want to give you a scripture that I kind of botched up, I think, yesterday, but I really love it. So, listen, we're gonna take a short break, and you're sitting with Janet and Mona this morning, and you're listening to WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show, and we'll be right back. I'm just gonna say welcome back, Miss Mona. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
For the short time that we were off, I was asking Mona if she had any, and I don't want, I don't need to know the details or any gross stories, but I think we've all had some sadness and disappointment. I don't think I've really confronted anyone on certain. It hurt so bad I didn't even want them to hurt behind it, so I wouldn't say anything. I just kind of slowly leave them alone.
Mhm.
And then, except for, well, truth be known, back in the day, if I ever had to confront someone, but
Mhm.
it's like I would gather all the information so that they can't say, no, I didn't.
Right. I'm not confrontational.
I'm not. No, I don't like it.
I don't either.
I
It's just
don't.
I don't know. It's just pointless to me.
So, and even if they wronged you.
I just have to pray about it. I will say something, but it's just like
Yeah, I don't. I know what you're. Go
I
ahead,
would
please.
say something, but if it becomes like an argument or something like that, I don't fool with
Mm-mm.
stuff like that. I don't like to argue.
Mm-mm. Because to me, in arguing, and this is the way I look at it. When you argue, you start to lose sight of what you're talking about for real.
Mhm.
Because some people want to go into the name calling. Some people start expressing using other words. And if we're talking about this phone sitting here,
Mhm.
then let's talk about the phone. Even if you have to, if your volume goes up a little bit, okay, because I may be a little myself, but that yelling and that all that cursing and talk, and then you start bringing up stuff from
Yeah.
1945.
20 years ago.
And what we talking about? We're talking about this phone. You done brought in candles, the nightstand,
Mhm.
so it's no. I don't like confrontation. I don't like to argue, but I will have to tell you something because I don't want it sitting in me, and I've done that for years to allow it to fester and sit in me, and then they going on about their business.
I think you should always express yourself,
I'm going to have
regardless of
to.
the situation. You should always express yourself and let people know how you feel. I mean, because if you don't tell them, they'll never know.
And brother, some don't care. They just, if they're able to voice their opinion on something, then why not I?
True.
And because I'm telling you, when it's one sided and they get it all out of them, whether they're cussing you out or they're expressing themselves in whatever way, calmly or not, if they can release theirs and then you're trying to speak and they say, I don't want to hear it. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got a problem, Houston. I think we got a problem. Because I think that that's the only way that we're going to know. And conversation is better than confrontation on any given day. We all know that, but that's just the way. So after a while, and I've learned at my living 103 years old that I life is too short. If
It
I live
is.
to be 104, I can't be bothered
To hold a grudge against
to
somebody.
hold a grudge and or not to at least be able to express yourself, because I believe that in conversation comes understanding and, oh, well, I didn't know I offended you, or I didn't know, things like that. But in a friendship, a relationship of any sort, I think conversation is so important before it gets to the danger zone.
It is. You need to talk.
And I'm with you on this. You said something. I have to pray. I've learned over the years, really, I have to pray before I start talking to someone.
You got loose tongue.
No, no, but when it builds up, and I don't want it to build up, I think that everyone should be able to talk about it right then. If there's something going on, let's talk about it right then,
Yeah.
so it doesn't fester and grow, and then you're more concentrated on that person and the problem instead of enjoying the day that the Lord has made,
Yes.
and ooh, how can I do this, and let's go here, and I got plans to do this, and I mean, I know it sounds la di da, but I met a woman in California. I think she's close to 80, and she said, I even told my kids, if you come to me with anything that smells like a problem, I don't want to hear it. Because me and my husband are enjoying ourselves.
Mm.
And she's close to 80, and she still is able to move about. She looks great. And she said, "Oh no, I've gotten this far." And she said, "And he's still allowing me to wake up, me and my husband, and we enjoy each other." And she says, "And so I don't have time for none of it, not even for my kids." She said, "'Cause I let them know y'all are all more than grown now,
Mhm.
and don't come to me with nothing." And she said, "And that's my kids, so you can imagine what I say to friends. I don't want to hear no rumors, no gossip, no nothing."
She's
I mean,
blocking the negativity.
I mean, I've never seen, I've never heard, I mean, nothing. And no one, she said, if it's not a planning on a good day, a vacation, some lunch, where we're going shopping, the church service is here, the program is there. Oh, girl, I ate this.
Mhm.
I mean, cutting it. And she said, now if you sick with a cold, or, so and so has cancer, okay, we can talk about these things because that's life.
Right.
But if you come to me with some unnecessary stuff, she
Gossip.
she cuts it, and she doesn't even care if it's her kids. She said, "Oh no, I made it up into this age, and then he's gonna give me a few more years, and maybe a few more after that." She
Mhm.
said, "So I want to live the rest of my life, no stress." Oh, I'm gonna get there. I am.
That sounds like a good place to be.
You know what? But see, listen to me, and I think it took her. I don't know how many years. I don't know when she started putting that into practice. But that's what we should almost all start doing now. It doesn't matter to your age. Cut the. I'm just gonna say it. You might not see me tomorrow, but cut the BS.
Mhm.
Cut it. Don't let nobody come talking to you about your pastor. Don't let nobody start no church mess. Don't in your home. If somebody say, "Well, I heard this and this," if you know who I am and I know who you are, like one time, my mother, I was in elementary school,
Mm.
and back in the day, if you said, you didn't even have to have a long sentence. If somebody just said "your mama,"
Right.
it was
Them
fighting
fighting
words.
words.
It was fighting words. And when I said something to my mother about it, and she said, "Well, what did they say?" And they said "your mama," and she said, "Do you know who your mama is?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she said, "And they do not." And I said, "No." And she said,
Why
"What
are
you
you getting
fighting for?"
mad?
She
Yeah.
said, "Because it's like, let them say what they want. You know, pretty much they crucified Christ. So what you think they're gonna do to you or say about you? And so let that go. And no matter what. And it took me a long time because she was a good woman, and I didn't want nobody talking about my mama,
Right.
not even my daddy. But I'm just saying that now I look back and I go, I could have handled that
A little bit better,
a
but you
little
was
bit. I was a little
young.
girl.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't take nothing, but now I'm just saying that now we should teach our kids, and it's not just in the church,
Mhm.
in the workplace, in wherever. If we could just look at life, that He wakes us up and gives us this gift of life, and then He gives us the free will and choice to do what we want with it. Why
Mhm.
not choose living the life that He gave us? It's best that we can. I know we're human. I know we're still the gossip is gonna seep in. They're gonna have the tea.
Mm.
I
Gonna
know.
spill the tea.
They're gonna spill the tea.
Mhm.
So I don't know how many years that woman put that into practice, because I don't think she did it overnight. But I
Right.
think slowly we should just start going like this. You know what? I don't want to hear it. But
We
girl,
should.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's going, like with anything, it will take time to change your habits.
It does.
It does. And so I'm really I'm gonna try to put that into practice.
Let's do a challenge.
Okay.
We're gonna block negativity. All negative comments. All negative things. We're
You
just
know,
gonna block
and
it.
even if it's said to you, listen, the whole world is not listening to what I'm saying. I'm talking about other countries, the whole state of Alabama. I mean, we're reaching a lot of you, so spread the word. But it's going to be the renewing of your mind, the renewing of your heart, the renewing of your being, so that because your spirit is already right. It's our soul. We got to change a whole lot about ourselves. So it's going to take a little time, but I would just start, like, you know and I'm thinking about a friend, okay, this
Mhm.
real close one. So when you get with your girl or your boy, and it's not going nowhere, you already know it's gonna be that conversation, and it's not going but between you and the car and that person, or between you and the fence post, or between you and that tree. It's like it's not going nowhere. I know that there's still going to be some conversation, but when you know that it's not going nowhere, of course you're going to have that one that you're going to talk to about everything.
Right.
I don't care. Yes, I heard this. And what do you think about this? And blah, blah, blah. And leave it there. I mean, because it's not going to be gotten rid of. But I'm talking about in everyday life with all and everybody and everything. Don't get consumed. Don't get involved in all of this and this. Because then somebody's calling you up. Well, Joe Blow said that. Sally Sue said that you told them this. Uh-uh. Block. Stop.
And it's so easy to listen to.
It's easy to listen to, because I have one friend that I know. If we the Lord blesses us to see 90, we're gonna sit on the porch and we're gonna be talking about any and everything and everybody, for reals. But I know to just be that one person, and we're sitting on the front porch at 90 just talking. I already know. But to be, I mean, you know how it is to be caught up in all kind of mess, and then you even talking about it in Walmart. Yeah, girl, I saw so and so over here doing that. I want to get to where that woman is, and I'm gonna give her
I want to hear
78.
that.
Yeah, I want to get to that, and it took her time. It took her time, so we have to
It
stay.
had to.
It had to, but she's there. So I know it can happen in renewing yourself and stay in prayer with the Lord. And Lord, I want to make this change within myself. I want that when people see me coming, they love to see me coming.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that, well, and if somebody shares something with you in confidence, keep it.
Yeah.
Just keep it, because then it makes them feel better. It's like, God, I thank you for putting that person in my life. I was able to release that and talk to them about it, and then they love you, so therefore they're going to, you know, give me a good word or give me good advice. Not saying, yeah, you're right. I think we should go drive by and see what's up. See if they talk like that.
Well, I'm always the listener.
I'll be the listener, but
And like when I try to vent or talk to somebody, it's like whatever I'm talking about, they'll change the story and be like, "Oh, let me tell you what happened to me." I can't even get my story out.
no.
So I feel like maybe I just need to keep that to myself.
No. I mean, we'll find somebody who will listen, and then even if they tell you about themselves, maybe they're trying to share with you that I've been through it too, or this is how I've handled it, or but to just totally knock you out the box and not even hear you, then no, that's not good.
I think they'd be so caught up in their story that they forgot that I was even trying to tell them a story.
Mm. And then there's that.
Yeah.
But just, or just tell that person, you know what? I really, or start off by saying, I really need to talk to you, about something. You have to find that right one, and, you know,
I think I'm going to start a journal.
do that.
Let it out that way. That way
Because
I won't have to talk to nobody.
eventually, no, well, it's not that, because I don't want to say that you don't need a person, because I think we all need someone, and I
Mhm.
do believe there's too many people on the planet that the Lord will place in our lives, that that you could share. You just maybe haven't met the right one.
Mhm.
And I'm sure maybe you have. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because see, I'm starting I'm starting to get to know Miss Mona. So, because you're somebody I would want to listen to, because I know that there's more in you. The good and the bad, we all have it. You know what I'm saying? And if it needs to be released, you got to find someone. And I mean, I didn't mean like go out there looking and hunt. You know, whoever's in your life, you already know.
Yeah,
You know that one, because if they can come to you, and I guarantee you, most of these people will come to you.
they
'Cause
did.
yeah,
I'm a listener.
yeah. But then just like there's sometimes even the listener, even psychiatrists need psychiatrists. Even they need to vent to someone.
Yeah.
But I do believe that God places beautiful people in our lives. You remember yesterday I read the scripture from Psalms 27:4,
Mhm.
and I went I'm sorry, stanza 1 and 4, but really it was stanza 4 that that really touched me. And on you know what? I'm gonna have to turn the phone back on. Maybe I'll do that on a commercial break so that I don't make the noise.
Mhm.
But on the air, I would like to give our Galilee prayer line phone number.
Mhm. You
And
forgot
so
to give it to me.
my my bad, but I'm
She
gonna
said
give
she
it to
wasn't
her.
gonna forget.
And I said I wasn't gonna forget, but if knowing working here, it gets busy. Like I mean, it's constant.
We get
So
busy.
yes, but I'm not gonna forget it because I want to give it over the air before we hang up. I
Okay.
don't know it by memory.
Okay.
Because I just have it in the phone. That's another subject for another day. I used to know. I didn't care if it was 20 phone numbers. I knew them. That was before we had these cell phones because you had to remember phone numbers.
Do you still remember your landline when you was younger?
Yes.
I do too.
Oh God, yes. Because it never changed. It was there from the time we hit California until we were all grown up. And I mean, I can remember that number. And isn't that funny? It just brings me a little comfort. I guess because it makes me think of back in the day when, we was young. Oh, I
Give
just,
out your phone.
no, Mona had me out there like I was just doing
I
it.
was just asking.
I didn't give out my phone number to all willy nilly.
I wasn't talking about that.
Yes, she was. Well, I'm gonna have to check you
I'm
out.
talking about your best friends. That you
No, she wasn't. Cause of course my best friend already had my phone number, and I had hers. She wasn't talking about that.
your new best friends.
Oh, you mean here in this state?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you still have your number when you gave the state?
no, because at that point when I was coming here, we had to sell the house. There was losses in the family,
Okay.
so but I still have fond memories. And whenever I go back to visit, I still drive down the street.
Okay.
But them jokers done changed almost the look of the house, and it's like,
Don't look the same.
no, no. For a few years it did, and it didn't matter if they were gonna paint the house. Okay, that's cool. But then, oh, I'm gonna have to tell you. But
Mhm.
let me get back to my scripture. But the- mm, I almost want to tell them, look, let me buy this house back because y'all just
Oh.
jacked it
My
up.
mom still has a landline.
I still know some people, and you know what? My sister, there's cell phones, and then there's the landline because if something happens, the cell phones they can get broken. They can,
Yeah.
you know, n-
But it seemed like the landline be down more than the cell phones.
mm, really?
Mm-hmm. Hers. Because we'll call her and she'll be like, I got the phone right here. It didn't ring.
Mm. No, so far, thank God. Y'all need to check that.
Well, they done came. We got her new phones and everything. It's just, I think it's a connection problem.
Yeah, get that checked out. Especially, does she live alone?
No, my brother stays with her.
Okay. Okay, but still, just in case of
Well, she
emergencies.
got a cell phone.
Okay, well, that's what
We
I.
finally got her to get a cell phone.
Oh, she came out of the ages with
She
me. Woo, I'm telling you, because even when I got a phone, they was like, "Oh my God, she has a phone," and this about Facebook and all this other stuff, and I thought,
we got to
I
get you
don't
a
care.
Facebook.
Well, I had one, and then when I got this new phone, I just thought, I'll do it. I only do it because I want to keep up with the stuff on the church. And on Facebook, I'll look at stuff, but I don't engage. I don't do nothing. You'll never see nothing about me on there, unless somebody took a picture and we
And
were all
posted
out
it
some.
and
No,
tagged you.
that yeah, that no, that we were all out somewhere, and then you'll see it on Facebook, something
Mhm.
like that. I don't make no. I may give a positive comment to somebody, but as far as all that, your life is on Facebook or your life
I
is on it.
post everything.
No, no, the good stuff. Are you talking about your business though? No, I mean
No,
your deep.
not really.
No, no, the stuff that's inside, or I'm about to divorce so and so because they did this and this. That's too much
No,
information.
I don't put nobody on blast.
No, no, I don't think you do because you're too quiet. I mean your spirit is like I can't see that. But if you want to post everything and pictures and your good times and stuff like that, I enjoy looking on
Yeah.
Facebook for stuff like that. But for people telling their ins and outs and you
Now,
know,
like if I get mad, something made me mad. Yeah, I will post it. I won't drop names or nothing like that, but I will post it.
ooh, now we're getting to it.
Juicy. No, I'm
Look,
just.
mm, you see how I'm gonna have to have a little napkin with Mona. That would look. That was juicy.
Juicy.
No, no, I don't have and to each his own. So don't get mad at me. It's just I don't do that. I'm just too private. But I do enjoy watching. I mean, reading and seeing all the different posts. But if something makes you mad, without giving names and stuff like that, and you just want to express yourself because, like you said, nobody's
Mm,
really listening to
yeah,
you, and they will then.
yeah. Somebody here.
Somebody will know. Yeah, I better give Mona a call because that hit too close to home.
Yes, that's why you gotta get a Facebook. You gotta follow me, Ramona Barnett, on Facebook.
Okay, say it again. Go ahead.
Ramona Barnett on Facebook.
Follow her. Y'all, and then call up to the show and let us know what's happening with Mona, or ask her questions like, why was it, oh that'll be, yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be
Ask
fun.
me questions about what?
Anything that you put out there.
Okay, we can do that.
I mean, whatever you put out there, you got to get ready to talk about it, though.
I'm transparent.
Are you?
Hmm.
Okay. Then let me read the scripture because I'm gonna have to tell you guys a little something that Ramona did for the FM station, but she didn't do it for me. That's okay.
It was for a Maxwell ticket.
That you knew you weren't gonna win because we work here. But she did it for them, but not for me. She sang
They
yesterday.
said that I would get the
No,
Maxwell ticket if
and
I sing.
you should have known better because you
I
asked
like
me.
Maxwell.
I do too, but they're not giving us them tickets because we work here. And even though he said he was, that was to trick you, and you fell for it. When I told her in the morning, nope, you're not gonna get it. And she said, even if I do that, nope, you know. But that was, and then you burst out with Mary Had that ain't no song.
That's a song. You
No, it
sing
is
it,
a nursery rhyme that you sing.
but you
Like,
sing it.
is singing your ABCs a song?
The ABC song.
It's not a song.
That's what they
That's
call
how
it.
you learn to
When
say.
you look it up, it's an ABC song.
Mm-hmm. But it's not a real song. Neither is Mary Had a Little Lamb. If somebody starts going around singing Mary Had a Little Lamb, I've heard somebody on the Martin show how they could sing a nursery rhyme. I mean, put some oomph into it.
Hmm.
But you didn't even put no oomph. You got to laughing after Mary
I
had.
know, because I'm shy. I'm nervous. I get nervous.
But yet she gets on stage and sings gospel.
Well, I have to pray about it.
Well, it's for the Lord
Ooh,
too.
I have
And
to pray about it. I be so nervous. I be holding the mic. I feel like I'm gonna break the mic when I be up there because I just, if you look my hand, shaking.
I be listening to voices. I don't know. I just admire people who can get up on the stage and do that. So
It's
yeah,
hard.
it's hard, but it's your gift. So don't let him take it back. He gave it to you. He didn't give it to me because I'll hurt people.
No, you
Please believe me when I tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Oh, No. Okay. Psalms 27 and stanza 4. This was just so beautiful, and I want to thank again Minister Belinda read this scripture yesterday in the morning, and it just stuck with me because to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord. I think that's what caught me. So, one thing, stanza 4, Psalms 27. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. The gazing is what gets me, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord, just to be like a euphoric feeling, a hypnotic feeling, to just gaze upon the beauty. And you could see the sunrise, a sunset, the changing in the colors of the leaves. That's the beauty of the Lord.
Yes.
There's so much, the rivers and the peaceful, calm waters. I mean, everything that is of love and beauty and peace is gazing upon the beauty of the Lord. To me, this is just me. So
That's beautiful.
I'm going to keep that scripture, and I'm going to write on that. But listen, we're going to go through these stories really quick because let me see. Oh, we
Well,
still
I
got
got one.
no, go please. We still got a good 20 something minutes.
A little boy was deemed a hero. He saved his life and the lives of everyone on the bus and everyone that was traveling the road. I didn't get where this was at,
Mm-hmm.
but I read the story, and he was on the bus and he smelled something. He didn't know what it was, but it was burning his nose and stuff. And he was asking the other kids, "Do y'all smell that?"
Mm-hmm.
And they said the bus started swerving from lane to lane, and he realized something was wrong with the bus driver.
Oh
So
wow.
his parents had him to go to school with an emergency cell phone. So he called 911 because he knew something wasn't right, and the smell was literally choking them. So
Wow.
he managed to call 911. The 911 dispatcher told him what to do, and he went up there and talked to the lady and told her to pull the bus over or whatever. Come to find out, the bus driver was drunk,
My Lord. My Lord.
and the smell they were smelling, she had hit the brakes or something. I guess she was riding on the brakes, and the
Ah.
smell was coming. The tires was burning
Right.
the road or something like that. And they
You know,
deemed him a hero.
well, he is
Yeah,
because
he
see
is.
when you're that's amazing, and that's oh my God, for a little boy and to have that mindset to do what he did and not panic, that's wow.
I don't remember his age and where this was at, but it was a story I read this morning.
I don't know why I'm having this little boy 7 or 8 years old in my head, but
I want to. He was young.
mm-hmm.
He was an elementary student, maybe between. I don't remember what age. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say maybe 9, something like
Okay,
that.
yeah. Well, that's about right. That's in my head. But for him to have the mindset not to panic or get scared or just sit there and wait to
Well,
see
they
what
didn't. They
happens.
did say he, was kind of panicky,
Well,
but
yeah,
he
yeah,
still handled
but
business.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he um just had that total mindset of okay, this is what I need to do. This one because I'm sure because even as adults we get a little scared and go, wait a minute.
Paranoid and
Yeah, it's like, okay, wait, something's wrong. Okay, keep calm. This is what you got to do. And,
yeah, for him
for
not to
him,
just sit there and do
that's
nothing,
what I'm saying. For him
you
to just
know,
not sit at
it
the
could have
bus.
ended up in a totally different direction.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that he didn't just sit there and just wait until she stopped.
Hmm.
So God bless that little boy. And I don't know. I don't think our thing. Nope, wrong one. We're gonna keep because it's not funny. Okay, Dream World. This is what Pastor Knox told me this a long time ago. He said, "I'll hit every button until I find what I'm looking for,"
Okay,
and I have
I
no.
think you got
That's it,
it.
and that's for that little unnamed boy, the unnamed
Yes.
hero, for doing that because, and when you were talking about the smell, I thought, well, how come he's not feeling faint or oh my God, what was on there? I was thinking drugs, but here she is
I'm reading the story. I'm
drunk.
thinking it's something coming from up under the hood, and maybe she's inhaled it, and
Yeah.
it was bothering her.
Yeah.
functioning. No, she got drunk
My
and then
God.
got on the bus with them babies.
See, and that brings me. Oh well, that brings me to this story. When you're talking about them babies,
Hmm.
um, that daycare death that happened in the
That's so
girl,
awful.
when you
So
drop your
awful.
babies off at the bus stop, or for those who drop them off at daycare, I can't even imagine you're leaving your kids in the hands of someone else and you trust that they're going to be okay. And then you go to work, or you're out looking for a job or whatever the case may be, but you take them you take them to daycare. And I can't even imagine. Now, the one who lost their 1-year old, well, first of all, they arrested the woman and another man, and they're still in search of, I guess, the woman's husband. And they showed a picture, the mayor of New York, he showed a picture of how much fentanyl
Hmm.
can kill an adult.
Hmm.
And so you see what happened to this baby.
So did they say what happened?
Okay,
Did
you
she
know what?
bring it to work or what?
You know what? And like you, and I didn't have a chance to read the whole story because I at the time that I seen this story, they hadn't yet made an arrest, but now they have. And here's the thing: when they were being inspected, uh, they passed inspections and stuff. But see, what they said was they never during inspections. I guess they're not part of their thing is not to look for fentanyl or opioids and stuff like that. So I think now it should be that before daycares do it, and they have to have inspections. You got to look for stuff that makes bombs. Look for stuff that makes drugs. Look for stuff that because they're storing stuff. They found somewhere it was under the mats where kids
Mm,
lay down to go to sleep,
mm.
and then now where was this little 1-year old, and what about the little babies, because there was an 8-month old child and a 3-year old, I believe. Okay, so the 1-year old died at 8 month, a 3-year old, and I forgot
The
the age
one
of
year old died.
the 1-year old died.
Mm.
And I could be wrong, and again, I need to go more into the story and I'll share it with you tomorrow. But the 1-year old died. One of the kids, I seen this one on the news, actually is out of the hospital.
That's
So
crazy.
that one must be the little 3-year old or whatever. But um, I can't even imagine. And you're going to store it there. You must have been making it. You must have been doing something for it to be almost everywhere where they lay down. Or and if something's on the table and you're eating, and you know how kids are, they touch, and then
So
they
was she? They? I don't know. I wonder was she storing it there or did she have residue on her hands or something?
you know what, I like I said, I have to read more of the story, because when I saw this morning on the news, I was trying to hurry up and get here and print it out,
Okay.
but it couldn't have just been a one. I don't understand. First of all, in your place of business, if you want to act a fool and go ahead and take your chances on storing or making drugs or whatever, why in the place of business where people bring their children? And then
That's
someone
the
lost
last
their
place
child,
you would
someone has to
expect it to
lose their
be.
baby to and I'm thinking that was their first child, their only child, and
Mm.
cute little boy. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. I really can't. That's so hurtful. So they're still searching for her husband, but she has been arrested, and so two suspects have been arrested, and they're still searching for the husband. But it says Bronx daycare husband. Oh, he was caught on video fleeing the scene.
Oh
So
wow.
they're hunting for him, and best believe they'll catch him. And then you remember I touched on this yesterday, but uh, I don't have a I'm trying to be mindful of our time, but do you remember me talking to you about the sheriff, the deputy who was ambushed in
Mhm.
front of the sheriff's department? Well, he's been arrested, and he was barricaded in the house, and his mother kept saying he has mental health issues and he's schizophrenic.
Mhm.
And she said, I have been saying this to the police, and to the not just that day. She
Mm.
was always trying to get help, I guess, for her son. So she's saying, and he had barricaded himself in the house, and it they arrested him. They got him out, but he did look like, so it wasn't a gang thing like we thought
Mm.
initiation.
Mental
And
health.
yeah, it he has mental health issues, and um that's really hard. I mean, especially depending on a person's income or whatever, determine. I think mental health, that's what a lot of people on the streets, the homeless
Hmm.
and stuff like that. And we even in our everyday problems, there's somebody worse off than us.
It is. And mental health is
It's
growing. It's
real.
growing. I mean, it's everywhere. It's spreading, and it's real.
It's real. And this young man, I think he's 29 years old, and his name is Kevin Salazar.
Mm.
And I mean, they had a whole like special enforcement surrounding that house, because they didn't know if you're that bold and brave to go right in front of the sheriff's department and ambush and shoot that man dead. They didn't know what they were up against with him, So I'm just going to have to read into that and find out if they're going to, because before he stands trial, they have to do the mental evaluation, see if he's able to stand trial. And
Mm.
then some are going to say, well, he shot a sheriff. This is what he deserves. This is what, but they're going to factor in his mental health. And so he may be put into a mental health facility instead of a jail cell.
Right.
Whereas the family of that victim, the one who lost, the sheriff who died, they're going to say put him in jail, and
Hmm.
then the mother is going to be wanting, he needs help,
Right.
So that's
And
another.
they need to take under consideration that she's been asking for help.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's documentations on that, and when I just said that people are going to say he deserves to go to prison, this thought crossed my mind, in relation to the Lord. We're not getting what we truly deserved, as far as, and thank God Christ died for us, because I can't say, oh, he deserves this, but that's what we do. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I'd look at somebody and go, oh my God, that's such a heinous crime. Not this one, but just something is so heinous you just think they need to be over here.
Hmm.
You know, um, it's just that we can't say what another person deserves, but like you going to hell, or you deserve to rot in jail. You know, well, if we think about all the things we've done, what do we truly deserve too? But maybe not so much that extreme, but um, you know, I'm just doing all this storytelling, and what made me think about advertising right now in the middle of this, what made me think about advertising is because of all the news and the different stuff, and the advertisements that were coming in between, and I thought, we're reporting the news, we need to do some advertising. Mona, put her in the spot. That's my girl.
If you guys got a small, big business, any size, we have packages that meet your budget.
Mm-hmm.
You can call us at 256 712 2887. Let us have your trust
Oh yes.
so that we can help you build and have people wrapped around your building.
Mm-hmm. I like when you said, "Let us have your trust. Trust us." I mean, really, she was right in saying that. That kind of made me smile, because really, at Knox Media Group, you can trust us. You can trust us to build your business even bigger. You can trust us that we will have a package that will fit your budget. All you need to do is, like she said, give us a call at 256 712 2887. Let's have a little sit down. We can start over the phone, then they'll be able to meet with you in person, go over and make that package fit you,
Hmm.
and it will fit your budget, and so that we can get you out. Here at WKAX 1500 AM, as well as our sister station WMXV 105.1 FM. People will hear you. FM, AM,
Two
They'll
for
start
one.
talking. Yeah, she says that. She always says that, and she's right. You'll have a 2-for-1 special here, and we will make it fit your budget. All we need is the conversation.
That's all.
That's it. It's just a conversation, and we will get you out there and advertise with you. I mean, advertise for you, and just join. And we're a family, so once you start advertising with us, you're part of the Knox Media Group family, and
Hashtag winning.
hashtag winning. And that's what we're here to do is to help you in your business, which in turn makes us smile. And then we're talking about you all day long.
Mhm.
You'll hear it all day long, and so will others. Again, um, I'm almost afraid to say who the business was for fear that they'll get more business. But they had to ask us to stop, just for a short time, just to stop advertising because they had more business than they could handle because we were pushing them.
That's amazing.
That really was a feel good story. So give us a call here, and we have a package that fits your budget. We would love to advertise your business for you at Knox Media Group. And again, the number is 256-712-2887. And we will not forget our churches.
We have church packages
We
too.
have church packages, and
So call.
same
Get
number.
your church on the air.
Girl, come
Let
on.
people know where you're located.
Pastors at church.
Yeah. What time you start your programs?
Oh my God. It's just a dream. Maybe it'll be fulfilled by the time or before I die. But, ooh, Lord, no time soon. But I just want to see church parking lots filling up again.
That would be
I know with
wonderful.
technology that people stay home
Mhm.
much more. It was COVID. I understand that in the beginning, but now we're at a point now we can come back to the churches, and you could spread out. You could wear your mask if you want a designer mask, but start going back to church. So churches, give us a call at 256-712-2887 so we can advertise your location, your times of services, who pastors that, if you have a special upcoming anniversary, or what was it? Oh my God, I just lost my mind. Revivals, we can, because I'm thinking too fast because I'm excited about the
Yeah.
churches now.
Outreach programs.
So outreach programs,
anything.
whatever you got going on, let us here at Knox Media advertise for you, okay? And we want to make the devil mad, and we're all in this together, so let's get busy.
We want to step on the devil's neck.
Oh, honey, it's already broke. Yes, just give us a call, and I promise we'll get you out there on both of our stations. And I'm looking forward to that, not only with the businesses here in the area and beyond, but for the churches,
Mhm.
okay? And also, will always invite you out to Galilee Missionary Baptist Church. So if you don't have a home church, here's the invitation. If you do, I'm just saying, if you want to visit, you're more than welcome to. But if you have a home church, go to church. Really, go to church where you will receive the Word of God, learn the Word of God, how to apply it to your life. So I'm going to invite you to Galilee Missionary Baptist Church. It's 23001 County Road 14 in Florence. The hours of service is 9 o'clock on Sundays. Come in about 8:30. Enjoy a cup of coffee, some refreshments, donut sticks, cinnamon rolls, and then go into the sanctuary and just sit there and meditate if you like, and wait to receive the Word of God from our very own Pastor Mashur T. Knox. And then on Wednesday nights is Bible study, and we have dinner at 6. You're more than welcome to come out and join us. Eat as much as you like. Go back for seconds. Don't have no shame, because the members there will probably run you over anyway trying to get to it themselves. We likes to eat out there. So Wednesday night Bible study begins at 6:30, but our feeding and our dinner hours at 6 o'clock. So please come out and join us on Wednesday. He teaches in such a way that you don't feel like you're in a classroom setting. It's a relaxed atmosphere. It feels like family and friends. And you can be quiet and just listen, but eventually you're gonna just start opening up. We've had one or two. This particular lady in mind, she came. I think she started speaking by the end of but the next Wednesday she was there and she was talking. She was in there, So it's really a good. It's a fun atmosphere, but you do learn and you can talk and interact and things like that. So you're invited to Galilee anytime you like. But give us a call for advertising, all churches, businesses, and we look forward to serving you. That's what we do here at Knox Media Group. My one last story. Do you have anything, Mona, before?
No, I'm ready to hear your
Oh,
story.
well, no, because a lot of this I'm going to have to come back to. I want to follow up tomorrow, and then we'll be done with it because they've arrested everyone.
Mhm.
But I think I shared with you uh, there was a young man and they just made an arrest, but I think I told you about the lady who was shot in the Bronx. You remember that all within a week, there was a little boy who was shot in the thigh because a gang member was shooting at somebody else,
Mhm.
and we said bullets have no names.
Mhm.
And then there was this 71-year-old woman who was shot, and they caught the young man. I think he was 21 years old, and they caught him.
Wow.
And it's just random shootings in the Bronx.
So was he robbing her, or he just shot her?
Just shootings,
Mm.
you know. And this is one I all of these stories I will finish up tomorrow and cap off for you and give you the last of the details. But they did arrest him, and he wasn't trying to rob her. So, but listen, we're at the end of our time. I want to thank you so much for joining us today, Mona and
Thank you,
myself,
guys.
at WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Bye.
Bye bye.